It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Over the last 75 years, over 10,000 chemicals have been introduced to our food supply. Yet the EU only allows 300 food additives. But at Thrive Market, we bring our members the highest quality brands and restrict more than 1,000 ingredients found at conventional grocery stores, making the switch as easy with our Healthy Swaps scanner, which finds better versions of all your favorite pantry, snacking, and home essentials without the added junk, dyes, and fillers. Plus, it's all delivered straight to your door. So if you're looking to shop at a grocery store that actually cares about your health, go to thrivemarket.com/podcast and you'll get 30% off your first order and a free gift.
Welcome to the Energy Hour Podcast. Get ready, because it's loud, funny, and we're ready to shake things up. You know, the guys started this journey as renewable energy experts since 1993, by the way, thinking they were just here to save the planet, hug the trees, and protect the whales. But guess what? They dug deeper, and this rabbit hole opened up a whole new world. Now they talk about everything: home improvements, real estate, house flipping, and just life in general, bringing you not only the latest on solar and renewable energy, but also inside tips from house flipping gurus, real estate investors, tax experts, Airbnb pros, and so much more. It costs you nothing to tune in, but ignoring them, well, that could cost you big time and missed opportunities. Blowing the whistle, spilling the beans, and giving you the real scoop on everything from solar panels to flipping homes, tax liens to mobile homes. The Energy Hour Podcast. And now, here's your hosts, Christopher Moss, Robert Mozikowski, and Steven Laserson.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Christopher Moss. I am your host at the Energy Hour Podcast. We are located in Upland, California, and today is December 26th. Can you believe this year's like almost gone? Where did it go? Wow. 2024 is now almost in the books as we approach 2025. So tell me something. Today's topic, got to speak straight, speak right. Today's topic is called success. What does success really mean for you? Does it mean, having a relationship? Does it mean, buying a car? Does it mean, I don't know. What does it mean to you? I mean, many people think that, success is a great career. You got to have a career to be successful. Well, you got to be successful to hold your breath underwater to survive, right? If you're not successful, what happens? We all know. But anyways, that being said, what makes you successful? What drives you? What really drives your passion to be successful? You only know that, or you think you know that. Well, let me tell you a couple things that I've done in my time to kind of put me where I am today. Now, I know I'm looking 35 years old, right? I mean, handsome guy, got a lot of stuff hanging up on his walls. He owns several businesses. Hello? That doesn't mean a lot, does it? Maybe, maybe not. But it's what led me to that success, right? And as I told a friend of mine, Kelsey Xavier, he's a buddy of mine on LinkedIn. And him and I had like 4 Zoom calls this morning. It was amazing. We started out by, kind of seeing who he is, and he's kind of seeing who I am. And all he's looking at is this backdrop of this guy, this handsome guy, of all things. And he was looking at some tattoos on his arms and a bunch of Batman stuff in the back of his screen. And he's probably thinking, what the hell is this? Who is this guy, right? So I want to tell you specifically what our conversation was about today. And, about success. It was, of course, it was originally, he was going to set me up with some lead opportunities. But it's just weird how it all, got boxed in to talk about something else. He asked me this one question. He goes, Christopher, what do you do? And it's like, what don't I do, right? I mean, I'm not an architect. I'm not a geologist. I don't go around and, turning stones over to figure out how old it's been. But I do other things that a lot of people don't do. And the first and foremost is searching for success. Success is just not paying your bills. Anybody can get a job just over broke, right? To pay your bills. But let me tell you about success. Once you get to a certain level in success, you kind of don't have to worry about money anymore. It just comes. And it comes from things that you've been building for years. And sometimes it will take years. First and foremost, you got to build yourself. Right? You got to cut this fear out. What kills most successful people is the word fear. The fear of not having, the fear of, can I get to that certain point in my life? The fear of getting older. Will I be marketable once I'm 70? The answer is, maybe to a shuffleboard commercial doing senior citizen, videos and stuff like that. But I mean, people who are 70 are still successful, right? So success does not have an age limit. It doesn't limit who you are. You don't have to have an age limit to be successful. They talk about success and when it hits you, right? It's not always going to be when you're young. A lot of people now, what do? They go to high school, they graduate. Unfortunately, they go to this thing called college, and all that does is waste a whole lot of time, unless you want to be an attorney or a doctor. I don't know if psychologists are doing good or whatever, because I'm not one of those guys, but I'm sure they are. And I'm sure they're dedicated to that specific task that they put themselves on. So success is anything you want it to be. Look at the guy that made these Post-it notes. Yep, that's Kelsey Xavier. This guy that made Post-it notes became super successful, right? The guy that made this mouse, HP, who knew? Became successful at the mouse. But those are tangible things. I'm talking about you as the person. How are you successful right now? And to many, it might be, I got a husband, he works 9 to 5, and I get to hang out. I get to play bingo. I get to go to the mall, and I get to come home, cook dinner, and do that over and over and over. That's the definition of insanity, right? Now, but you know what? Who am I to say anything about people that already want to be successful just doing that, supporting their family? There's a lot of people that go out there and use religion as a success tool. It's, drinking the Kool-Aid, if you will. I think that anybody in a religious sect, the Hindus, the Catholics, the Christians, whatever you want to call them, right? That specific group of people have drank the Kool-Aid. I drank it one time when I was a young man. 23, 24 years old. And it took me 38 years to realize that wasn't for me, because it was all hypocritical and it was a bunch of lies, and none of it's been proven, right? So not to get religious on you, but let's just push that out of the way as far as I'm concerned. That doesn't make me successful. And a lot of these people that hide behind the cross, they can screw people all week and then on Sunday say, hey, whoever you are, this deity they believe in, please forgive me. Those people know who they are. A couple of them are my kids, my ex-kids, if you will. And my ex. Those people, their sisters, their brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, all of them have drank the Kool-Aid. And they can screw you all week. And then at the end, what do? They ask for forgiveness, and it makes them feel good temporarily, because deep down inside, they're just running away. And that's okay. It's made for some people. So religion for me, it's out of the question. I believe in this thing called the universe, right? Maybe that's a religion. I don't know.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. Everybody needs some variety in life. That's what I love about Chumba Casino. They know how to keep things fresh and exciting. All their games are free to play. Like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire. You can claim free daily login bonuses too. And they release new games every week. So spice things up with ChumbaCasino.com now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
But I know there's something bigger out there, bigger than me, bigger than you, and that has a bigger purpose of why we are really here. Seriously, think about it. This universe, we're in this galaxy called the Milky Way, right? There are literally, and I'm going to be very low on the number, billions of other galaxies that space is creating every day, because it's expanding every day. When does it stop? Never. So I believe in what you call fate. I believe in what I can see, smell, taste, feel. I believe in tangibles. I don't believe in this faith thing anymore, right? Because it's ridiculous. And as far as I'm concerned, if you want to lie to yourself and be hypocritical to others, pick a faith. It's exactly what it is. But to be successful, you have to put tangibles in your hands. You got to go out. You got to get the job. You got to do whatever you have to do. And unfortunately, sometimes that's on other people's backs. You've seen this, right? You've seen the cartoon to where you step on the corporate ladder and you get up, you get up, you get up. And now they're forming these little groups. This guy named John on LinkedIn, he believes in his success is forming a bunch of networks and discussing certain things. And out of that network, something will pop up. You know what? God bless him. Maybe that's going to work for him. This guy had some high level success a long time ago. And now he's, shooting fish in a barrel on LinkedIn. Excuse me. It's the first time I ever sneezed on camera. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't say God bless you, but thank you. So, you go out there and you shoot in a barrel, and whatever you hit, and that just becomes part of your mental success at the time. Well, let me tell you what I did a long time ago. I became a police officer for the city of San Gabriel. One day, one of my brothers, his name's Kenneth, and, he had some bad times, right? Had a history of drug abuse. He was a thief. I mean, the book was kind of thick, and I think every prison in Southern California or out of state, I'm not too sure, he's probably been a tenant of. Yeah, my flesh and blood. His name is Ken. So what did I do when I was a young guy? Of course, you see your brother go out in handcuffs, and somebody's taking him to a car, and you get this little sticker. They put it on your chest. Hey, you want to be a cop? Absolutely. So when I turned 20, I really, really wanted to do it. And 21 came along. I went to the Rio Hondo Police Academy. I went out there to study to be a police officer. Class of 144. That was mine, right? So that being said, I became a police officer, and I got picked up by the city of San Gabriel. And I have to tell you this, for me, police work was kind of cool, but I have to say it was boring as hell. And, instead of giving tickets on a rainy day or taking the criticism from some sergeant that doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, right? Just my opinion, everybody. And there was a lot of politics involved. So a little over 5 years down the road, I decided to say adios. I got out of that. I got into the renewable energy business from that point. I went from gun to sun. Who knew, right? So that being said, I became a lover of the planet. I love this planet we are on right now. You can ask some of my close friends, Kathy, Ashley, Rob. You can ask Sergio. I became a lover of this planet. So I thought that renewable energy was best for me, right? So I studied about solar, and the sun is 93 million miles away. It takes 8 minutes for the sun to hit the planet that warms us, that keeps us evolving, keeps us alive, right? I learned about that. Then I got into solar, and I worked for this amazing company named SunPower. Still is to this day, I think. A lot of management things switching going on, but hey, I spent 13 years doing that, right? I was one of the top guys that was selling SunPower solar systems in Southern California. So that being said, again, that was just part of this path, right? I'm going to talk to you about this path. This path specifically is meant for you. The universe has set each one of us on a path. How we navigate through this path and take off the proper off-ramp to that specific opportunity is up to you. You got to listen for it. You got to feel it. You got to want it. So what happened for me is I got off this, ex-police officer stuff into renewable energy. And then I started working for other companies, building up other companies, becoming their general manager and helping basically them sell solar, create sales teams. Some companies didn't have solar. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate you, man. He's up in San Francisco. Gave me an opportunity to help build that part of his company that he never had solar before. And I have to tell you, we kicked some butt, didn't we, Brad? Absolutely. So thank you for that, buddy. Hope you're okay. And I worked for this other guy named Mike in Corona, and we sold solar. Started out with solar pool heating, went into solar water heating, and then boom, electricity back in the early 90s. And we were good at what we did. We were selling stuff for high prices. It was a fantastic part of my life, and it gave me the ability to support my family, to raise a family, and it kept me going and going and going, right? So that was another check mark for success, right? I always had this entrepreneur spirit, and I know if I put myself into a category of, do you think you can do it? I will try until I succeed. Does that make sense? So anyways, after helping all these other companies out there, I wanted to start my own Quality Home Improvement Incorporated. So I trademarked the name. I got my little R symbol, trademarked the logo and everything else. And I started a company. A dear friend of mine named Alan gave me the ability to work out of a closet. Before that, I was helping his company out in Brea, which now he's in Pomona, and they have, become spectacular. He's an entrepreneur as well. He has many things that he does. But anyways, I was helping his business, and he says, why don't you start your company out of this little room? Out of the kindness of his heart, he gave me this little closet. It was about a 10 by 10. I don't even think it was 10 by 10. I think it was like maybe a 5 by 5. And I had a computer. I bought my first computer, my desktop, and I started developing Quality Home Improvement Incorporated. Prior to that, through another relationship of mine, I created Virtual Santa. Virtual Santa, a friend of mine, John, back east, was a spectacular videographer. He just didn't know how to market it. He was good at some things. He just didn't know how to market it. So we collaborated, right? And then Virtual Santa, I bought the domain name, the trademark and everything else. And Virtual Santa was successful. Many, many years it's been successful. And you know what? Christmas is not going to go away, right? So when I went home after I was at work, I would go back to this chair, play a bunch of video games, clear my mind, and then get into business. I always thought of different ways to market Quality Home Improvement, Virtual Santa, and I loved Halloween so much, I created another company called holidayprojection.com. And you'll see the videos play afterwards. You can go check them out online. Don't believe me? Go check them. So I created Holiday Projection because Halloween is before Christmas, and it has, video projection effects, digital downloads. It's really, really cool. When you get a chance, go check them out. At the end of this show, you'll be able to see the ads for them. It's virtualsanta.com and holidayprojection.com. Right? So I then took that, Quality Home Improvement, Virtual Santa, and Holiday Projection. Now I had 3 pieces of this pie.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The first slice of that pie was for everybody else except me. And then I focused my time on those 3 things. And then I said to myself, well, shoot, gosh, I'm pretty good at this. Why stop there? So, as my friend Sergio would tell you, as a contractor, I needed to have a drone or two. Hint, hint. I needed to write something off. So I bought some drones. Spent thousands of dollars on drones, right? I've got one. It's called the Inspire 2. Originally, that thing cost about 15 grand. Then I bought the Mavic 3 Pro, the Cine. That's $8,000. You can see how this is adding up, right? So I took the fuel from these other little businesses that were making money or starting to make money, and I put them into those things. And we developed a company called drone9.net. So you got Quality Home Improvement running on this side, which is a general contracting business, right? We do home improvements. We do roofing, solar, windows, life paint, flooring, kitchens, bathrooms, artificial turf. I mean, you think of it, we do it. We don't do ADUs or room additions, but thanks to Sergio, I got guys that will, right? So we have this bunch of little feelers out there doing things all the time. So I got a successful company named Quality Home Improvement. Again, this is the office that I'm transmitting from. It's in Upland, California. So if you go to QHIINC.com, you'll be able to see it. Business number 1. Actually, number 2. Then you see Virtual Santa, number 2. Holiday Projection, 3. Drone 9, 4. And then I said to myself, you know, construction's kind of cool, right? What am I going to do? I mean, we're doing all this other stuff. And then I finally met somebody very dear to me today, and she is amazing. She's amazing. Then I started learning the house flipping business. We developed a company called CMYC Investments, Inc. CM, Chris Moss, YC Investments, Inc. So CMYCinc.com. You'll be able to see it, right? And what we do is we got all this money and we pooled it together and we go to auctions and we buy houses, right? Kind of cool. Where you can't go there with $100,000. You can't go there with $150,000 because people are going to outbid you. There's over 1,000 houses, you know, a month or more in Southern California alone. This is a nationwide source of opportunity, as I call it. So we go down there, and then in the process of this stuff, next door to me is a good friend of mine. Her name is Annette Segura. She owns QHR, Quality Home Realty. In the beginning, I said, what are you stealing my name for? What? And you live next door to me? No, she's a sweetheart. Her name's Annette Segura at Quality Home Realty. Just Google her. She'll come right up. She was my teacher that taught me the real estate business. I actually took 3 courses. It was not easy. I totally, bow down to realtors because they had to learn a lot, right? And they have to learn more stuff every year. So me and Annette, I went to her class, and $600-800 later, had to buy books. Man, I got markings all over it. So if you want to get them, come down and hang out and check out one of my books, you can. It's got all the answers. I don't know. I must have taken like 50 tests, but I didn't pursue the real estate industry because I'm not into, I don't know. I call it, I just don't like being hypocritical about stuff. I'll leave it at that. The real estate business is good and the real estate business is interesting at best for me. So I didn't pursue that, right? I thought house flipping was a lot better. Besides, I got Annette. I have this young lady named Paige. They sell houses for us, I just talked to a good friend of mine today, and his name is Chase. Chase also is a general contractor. He does some really cool drilling up and down and vertical and stuff like that. I didn't know he was a realtor. I think you mentioned to me one time before, but Chase is a realtor. And everybody says, hey, man, when you want to list your houses, give me a jingle. So I chose Annette and I chose Paige to list some of our places. And we've successfully sold one out in Palm Desert with Paige. We got 2 more. We got one listed in Riverside, and we have another one ready to be listed in Victorville. Right? And then once those 2 houses sell, we're going to buy 3 more. So our goal is for 2025 is to buy 8. I'm hoping for 10 houses. And I'm hoping that we can all make a nice little chunk of money. So if you take the number 8 and you times it by 25, hint, hint, as a little contribution, you can make a few bucks, right? So why should I have a job to do that? Why do I need to have a job to be successful? Right? Let me tell you how to do this. To be successful, I think you need to get into the house flipping business. Really, you do. Because real estate is really the only tangible, serious business to make a lot of money. And you know what? Some of these other guys, maybe like at the Shark Tank, these guys already had money, so it's not fair to kind of add them to this sequence of events. It's not. Because, you've got $5-6 million bucks, you can do anything you want, right? You can create success, but that's not real success. You don't create success on somebody else's back, right? Like the Shark Tank does or whatever else, whatever they do. Hey, I'll give you 30% of your company for $100,000. Guy makes rubber bands for a living. Of course, they're going to be needed, right? But anyways, they get opportunities put in their pocket all the time. So that's a model they created to get other people's money. OPM. Remember, OPM, OPB, OPE, and OPT. Other people's brains, money, energy, and time. Right? So anyways, you got to get into the house flipping business. Because as far as I'm concerned, people are losing their houses every single day to foreclosure, short sales, notice of defaults, all kinds, bank owned. And we just happen to be in this arena to where with some money in our pocket, we can go to one of these places and buy a couple houses cash. Right now, I think we've got $1.2 million in cash that went out to buy 2 properties. That's going to yield us $400,000 once it's done. And the one in Riverside is finished, and the one out in Victorville is about 80% done. So we're going to be listing that with Annette next, right? So the housing business is the best business as far as I'm concerned. Sure, you can be a realtor and work for a broker, become a broker, whatever you want to do, and deal with all the rigmarole. But because I'm a general contractor, I like getting. You could ask Kathy. I got paint on my fingers all the time. If it's not caulking, it's paint. So, anyways, it's kind of funny, but we have a blast doing what we're doing. I have a partner. His name is Victor. I got me, Ashley, Catherine, and we have a blast. We get to buy these houses cash, and we get to fix them up, and we get to sell them, right? So that's a great form of success for me. What's your success? Now, it might be, I don't know, making a water balloon differently than others. So maybe you can get in that business and refine the water balloon business to make something different, something very unique. But whatever that is, whatever your success is, whatever you do not stop because of fear. Do not stop. Oh, I don't have any money. Find out a way to create it. Go get a job. Hint, hint. Start saving your money. Hang out with mom. You got a house? How about pulling the equity out of that house? How about giving me a jingle to let me show you where to put that money vehicle to get started in what we do. Make sense? Yeah, I know it would. So whatever your current success is, keep doing it. And I call them buckets. Every time you get $10,000, stick that somewhere under your bed, put it in your bank account. Do not stick it somewhere else. It's going to take you 6 years to get it back. But whatever you do, pay the taxes on it and stick it somewhere. Wait until you get 10 of them. It's not a big number. It's $100,000. And once you get to that level, or if you own a house, just pull out some equity. My buddy, Steve Lazarson, over there at Peak Financial Company, he can show you how to do that. Steve frequents this podcast often, and he brings these entrepreneurs that are super successful in flipping houses, mobile home flips, just maybe buying deeds. It's a great group of people, and I get to speak to all of them all the time. So it's constantly expanding my horizon, right? So what is your position of success? Whatever you're doing. Now, just like I talked to Kelsey today, whatever you're doing has got like $35,000 saved up. And he said with the kind of an interesting tone, I got to save up $65,000 more. Yes, do it. And then let me show you where to put that, what vehicle in the house flipping business to put it into. Let me show you how to do it. And let me show you that it works. So you can be humble about making your money. You can be kind of cool about getting paid, right? You're going to put some of this money into a couple other vehicles. It's going to save you in the long run. You're going to have fun doing it, right? So that being said, it's not hard to do. Mine is now house flipping, general contracting. We're kind of the same business, right? House flipping and general contracting. I get to hire all the cool guys to repair my houses. Kind of nice, right? So take the money that you get, make it work for you. And if you want to know how to get money, give me a jingle, and then Steve will take care of you. My number is always out there. I tell everybody about it. It's 909-372-8787. You can't forget it. 909-372-8787. My name is Christopher Moss. My email is cmoss. See, almost forgot that one. cmoss at Q for Queen, H is in hotel, I is in India, I is in India, N is in Nancy, C is in Charlie.com. cmoss at QHIINC.com. We're a general contractor. We install solar systems and roofs and all kinds of other stuff. And now I've taken the fuel from those little bitty businesses that nobody cared about a long time ago and extra money that I've recently got, and I've stuck it into the house flipping business. Now I'm making money. And I don't have to work for a living anymore. What an amazing concept. Because remember, job, now I know you have to do it for a little bit until you get the money where you need to be, or you pull the equity out of your house, right? A job is listed as just over broke, right? That's what it is. So if you want to be serious about your future, get into real estate, start house flipping, give me a call, give me an email, and let's go from there, okay? Again, thanks for hanging out with me. It's December 26th, right before the new year. So 2025 is going to be amazing. Check out the websites you're about to see in these videos, especially the House Flipping Academy. And let's talk about your future, okay? Let's do it together as a team. All right? I'll see you soon. This is episode 80. It's in the books, baby. Talk to you soon. You take care now.
This has been the Energy Hour Podcast. If it's home improvements, real estate, house flipping, or just life in general, we're talking about it. It's our passion. And between Christopher, Robert, and Steven, they're your secret sauce to get you to the next level and beyond. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit the website at QHIinc.com/TEO. And we'll catch you next time on the Energy Hour Podcast.
Capture the joyful magic of the holiday season with Virtual Santa. Virtual Santa is a high-definition projection effect that walks, waves, laughs, eats cookies, and puts presents under the tree. From outside, it's so real, you swear Santa's in your house. Virtual Santa, originally seen on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. You can choose from traditional Virtual Santa or new African American Santa. Holiday effects include Virtual Santa, Mrs. Claus, Santa's Workshop with Christmas elves, and so much more. Buy one effect or a bundle, available in HD DVD, digital download, or USB flash drive. Also available in LED projection bundles. For a winning Christmas display that will delight your neighbors young and old, visit us at virtualsanta.com and become known as the house where Santa lives. Virtual Santa, where holiday spirit begins.
Welcome to Drone 9. Located in Upland, California, Drone 9 specializes in drone cinematography for the following industries that are looking for that perfect shot or video: construction, infrastructure, and project management. Sell better: residential and commercial real estate. Construction survey: see what you haven't seen before. Events and weddings: get that perfect shot when it matters most. Tourism, resort, golf, attraction, destination marketing. For more information, visit them on the internet at drone9.net. That's DRONE 9.net. Drone9.net. Great cinematography.
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to Holiday Projection, your ultimate online destination for all things Christmas.
And Halloween. Whether you're looking for LED projector bundles, digital downloads, USB flash drives, or spine-chilling Halloween sound effects, we've got you covered.
Our one-stop shop brings together the magic of Christmas
And the thrill of Halloween.
so you can easily find your favorite holiday effects in one place.
Don't wait. Start shopping now.
Visit us online at holidayprojection.com. Ho, 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 ho.
Welcome to the House Flipping Academy. Learn how to flip houses from start to finish. Tired of being broke working for someone else? If so, then the House Flipping Academy was made for you. Learn more at cmycinc.com. The House Flipping Academy. Your future is just one house flip away.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. Everybody needs some variety in life. That's what I love about Chumba Casino. They know how to keep things fresh and exciting. All their games are free to play, like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire. You can claim free daily login bonuses, too. And they release new games every week. So spice things up with ChumbaCasino.com now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Over the last 75 years, over 10,000 chemicals have been introduced to our food supply. Yet the EU only allows 300 food additives. But at Thrive Market, we bring our members the highest quality brands and restrict more than 1,000 ingredients found at conventional grocery stores. Making the switch is easy with our Healthy Swaps scanner, which finds better versions of all your favorite pantry, snacking, and home essentials without the added junk, dyes, and fillers. Plus, it's all delivered straight to your door. So if you're looking to shop at a grocery store that actually cares about your health, go to thrivemarket.com/podcast and you'll get 30% off your first order and a free gift.